Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the After Hours Gaming League Season number 4. This is JW Schmo from Team Raytheon, bringing you week number 2 of the preseason. This is a matchup between two juggernauts of the B-League Season 3. Epic is going to be matching up against Raytheon for the final week of the preseason. Raytheon, for the history, was able to take games number 1, 2, and 3. However, here we are in the ace match. Why are we playing the ace match? Because we're having fun. And without further ado for that fun, I will introduce to you your opponents. In the upper right-hand corner, playing for Epic as the Blue Terran, they can't keep their colors straight, is JC is alive for now. In the upper left-hand corner, playing for Raytheon, is Day9 said it, so I'll repeat it, Boobs, as the red Zerg. These are two juggernauts of the two juggernauts. JC alive, diamond level, a huge contributor for the Epic team. Boobs, you've seen him in Season 3 in the semifinals against Twitch, taking on DJ Wheat, and he's back again for more blood. This will be a very pleasant match to cast. We have two diamond level players. These guys are the epitome of excellence. They exude perfection from every... You thought I was going to say something there, but I wasn't. I really wasn't going to say it, but I don't really know what to put else there. Anyway, they're really good. Alright, so it does look like Boobs is going to be doing some scouting here with his Zergling. He is going to see a pretty normal opening here from JC Alive. JC Alive is going to throw down a command center. A little bit newer of a strategy here. This allows... Okay, Al Musenzoom is talking. Shh. This allows JC is Alive to get an early expansion while still walling off. That's key against Zerg, because obviously Zerg is going to be laying down, Boobs is going to be laying down his natural as well, and immediately going for his third. Why can he do that? Because JC Alive isn't going to be attacking in the initial stages of this match. So both players going for the end game, going for the back row play. It'll be interesting to see how this goes and sorts itself out. JC Alive doing some scouting for himself and laying down the barracks. Both of them keeping their mineral count fairly low. Boobs a little bit high on his minerals. There, it does look like he is laying down another effective line there. And the drone doing the loop around. And he is going to park it right at that natural. Ooh. Hiding it right there. Is he going to get the lift off? Is JC going to be able to hide it? Boobs paying attention. And what is this? What is this? What? This is definitely an expansion. Boobs is taking his fourth in the natural of his opponent. Now this, ladies and gentlemen, I have not seen on a typical day in the office. Most people do not walk into their coworker's office and just lay down a hatchery and spew creep everywhere. That would be considered rude. However, in this case, rude, it appears to be good, because this is going to delay JC's ability to get up his second base. He just does not have the attack content to be able to handle this crazy play here by Boobs. Absolutely inoffensive. Bringing Zerglings over, meandering on over. Not sure how effective they're going to be here with the bunker, but only one Marine. Second Marine and some SP, but it does look like this hatchery is going to be able to pop. And now JC Alive is stuck with a decision that he has to make. What does he do? Boobs is committing to this. He's got He's got a queen. He's got Zerglings on the way, all inside the space. And it's very effective. JC Alive really isn't taking this seriously at this point. I'm not sure he knows what the make it is. But I can tell you he's not making it a huge deal because he's only got 2-3 Marines. He's continuing with his plan. He's getting the siege tank. The siege tank is key. That's going to help him take this out. But now the queen is getting laid down. And all of a sudden, ooh, a creep tumor is going to survive. He's going to die. It does look like these Zerglings are going to be making a mess of the base. They're going to go around the side. The hatch doesn't fall to that siege tank. Luke's making an attempt at that bunker. They're going to try and make it fall. The siege tank is contributing to it. All of a sudden, the entire content of this game is changing. The point when JC's Alive lost his siege tank. He has to pull his SCVs out in order to handle these Zerglings, pulling them back in. He's not entirely sure what he needs to do. He's walling off, giving up on that natural. But he can't do it just yet. There's that one Zergling blocking. JC Alive getting hit here left and right by the Zerglings. He is at least pulling up that orbital command center and bringing it back. He's going to need to start repairing though, and once these Zerglings get through. And the Zergling doesn't start falling through the siege tank. It does look like the SCVs are going to get pulled to repair, but not repairing that supply depot. If that falls, JC Alive is going to... relief. One SCV saves the day and puts his wrench in and starts repairing. Boobs, though, excellent job getting that one creep tumor down. That is still going to impede more JC Alive. JC Alive is not going to be able to finish off his base and put down his natural. He's thoroughly delayed right now because of this very risky decision made by Boobs. It does look like JC Alive tries to lay down the supply depot. I think he's going to figure out right about now that he's got a creep tumor in the base. There's not too much he can do until he gets that scan up and ready. Is he going to use it? Is he going to use it? There it is. Even still, it's delayed. He has effectively delayed. Boobs is effectively delayed. JC is Alive's expansion just to his natural. JC Alive has very intelligently though decided to get his third base already up and running. He is utilizing an enormous amount of his resources at this point just trying to get his economy going. Boobs, on the other hand, is doing a fantastic job on his side, maintaining the economy that he has started, the advantage that he got from that risky maneuver against his opponent, keeping his injects fresh. It's going to be interesting to see what Boobs does next. It does look like a Bailey nest is going down, so he is going to go for a full-on Bailey bust here against JC Alive. These siege tanks are going to be fairly effective. As you see that Zergling fly across the air, he has just made a world record in the high jump. You saw him fly over the bunker and over the siege tanks. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we've come up with a new game in StarCraft, and it is Zergling base jumping. We do see, I like this. He's using this orbital command center to pump out more SCVs. He doesn't really particularly have a choice at this point. He is behind on the unit count here. 60, count it, 63. Did I get that right? 63 to 30. And if we look at the lost army count, just taking a look at that. JC Alive, even with taking out that entire expansion of Boobs, is still down 400 points to our Zerg opponent. Boobs laying out more creep, just delaying the inevitable. He knows the expansion needs to be coming out. JC Alive is laying down his first factory, so he's going to be going some mech play. Boobs getting out his fourth base. So we have 4 bases here for a Zerg player against 2 for our Terran player. a little bit of a lull here in the match. I will take the opportunity to mention for those of you that I haven't bored to death with my monologue, that we do have 2 other casters for Season 4, at the very least. On the off chance that you're watching this and you are looking to cast, you can contact me through Gmail, through my Google Plus account. And we do have 2 casters currently lined up, Nightshade and Fear Dragon, 2 fantastic high caliber casters for Season 4. Nightshade did some excellent casting for us in Season 3. I know from experience he casted one of Raytheon's matches at the time from last season. So be sure to check them out. I know Nightshade also does a weekly cast as well, so be sure to check that out as well. We do have some meter harass going on here. It does look like Boobs is going to be making a push into JC's main base. He's going to be attacking, laying down on the Orbital Command Center. Thors are on the build, however, they're not going to get out just in time. Oh, these Mutilisks are very effective in that little push into JC Alive's base. Thors are on the map, though. It doesn't look like Boobs is going to be getting back in anytime soon. Boobs, though, laying down his 5th base. Ooh, Mutilisk coming in. Are they going to see the Thors? The Thors being avoided very effectively here by Boobs. Getting a little greedy, though, walks right into the ball of Terran death. 2 Thors can absolutely devastate Mutilisks that aren't paying attention. It does look like that is the case. Boop's trying to go an end around, going up the upside. Decides against it, though. He is going to see JC Alive taking his 3rd. Just wanted to point that out to you. I'm not sure that it matters at this point. Boop's in a very good position. Going end around, trying to take out this 1 Thor. Does look like he is going to get it. 1 Thor falls. Is he going to be able to get a second one? I'm not sure he's going to be able to get it with such a response from Terran. Too many Vikings and Thors. There's a repair there from the SCVs, keeping that Thor alive. JC needs to keep going with those repairs. Very effective. It does look like JC Alive is laying down the missile turrets, command center combo. These Zerglings are not going to get there in time, though. They're going to fall to a planetary fortress that is up and ready to go. However, the Mutilisks, oh, walking into another Terran trap. They are going to have to retreat. There is no choice in the matter. Boob's now actually behind in the count quite heavily from losing both the Mutilisks and the Zerglings. However, I'm not sure that he cares at the moment. He's still ahead mineral-wise. He's ahead population count-wise, 175 to 138. Research-wise, he's actually ahead as well. It does look like, ooh, this is interesting, a little bit different. He is going to be splitting his swarm host force, waltzing right in there. He's potentially going to take out 1 Hellbat. The other one is, there is no other one. JC is going to be moving his units. Unfortunately, that is going to leave him open to a swarm host attack on his lower flank. These swarm hosts are going to march right in and get annihilated. They are going to take out 1 Hellbat. And then Groot is going to be doing the attack on the other side, starting to chip away. Let's see if JC figures out what's going on. More swarm hosts coming down here. We do get a scan here from JC is alive. He is going to see the swarm host coming down there. He's got to make a decision on which way he's going to go. Groot's playing very risky. You should have seen that. There it is. He should have seen that scan and moved out. He does. And he has got his ace in the hole hidden behind. He is waiting for JC is alive to move out to bring the hurt in the form of Banelings. Boo's made a slight alteration to his positioning. This is going to give him a slight advantage. The scan hitting at just the right time for JC to see the family bust in. Is he going to be able to? Oh, Boo's able to come out and devastate the SCVs. And this leaves JC open to a very weak position, mineral count-wise. He's going to have to bring back his Thors from pressure from the Swarm Host. JC is alive, scanning everywhere, trying to find the Swarm Host, find the source, defending very effectively against the Swarm Host. He's able to hold off. He already had another command center ready and waiting for this attack, which was fantastic. That means there's very little loss in his production. Right now, though, he's behind simply because of the fact that he has so few units compared to his Zerg opponent. Zerg right now is currently supply blocked. Very wisely, sending the Swarm Host, shipping away at the Thors, and ladies and gentlemen, I think we are going to see an epic Bailey bust like we have not seen in a long time. A huge amount of Banelings. The Thors are making a retreat. The Banelings have hatched. Are they going to make a push? Oh no, Boobs decides to make the retreat using his Swarm Host on the lower ground to come up and attack the third again. These Banelings are now sitting there very ineffective but not doing anything. It does look like these Mutalisks are going to be fodder for some harassment, allowing very effective, allowing the Locusts to get in there and do a little bit more chipping away at the Thors. Very effective. JC up against a wall here right now, needing to expand, unable to do so, limited to 3 bases, still in the half position. 3 bases is defendable. However, what's happening here behind the scenes is Boobs is just expanding everywhere, and these Banelings are going to be devastating, immediately taking down the command center, going in and trying to take out as many of the SMEs as possible. Like a wave of death. JC's alive, immediately laying down to build another land another command center. He is pumping out command centers like there's no tomorrow. He knows that he needs to keep the production. It's more important to keep this economy alive than it is to save those 400 million. Very effective gameplay here by JC alive, anticipating the destruction of his base and being ready to lay it down. Maybe not the way he originally intended to use those units for those command centers. However, there's not much else he can do at this point. It does look like there's Mutalisks waiting in the background. Ooh. Banelings are going to absolutely devastate those Thors. He's going to have to bring these Thors back. They have been hit by an enormous amount of destruction. It does look like we are going to see some Swarm Hosts fall. We're going to see some Mutalisks fall. I'm not even sure they're going to be able to take out a huge amount of damage here. These Thors, 1 Thor, 2 Thors go down from the Swarm Host. Very effective usage of the Mutalisks, essentially preventing the Thor from actually doing any damage to the Swarm Host, to the Locust. Very good use of the Raven there, but not excellent placement by Boots. And here's the crux of it. JC giving the GG to the wave of Zerglings coming in. Ladies and gentlemen, you saw it here first. Boobs is back. This is JW Schmo from Team Raytheon. Thank you for watching the preseason. We are on a 1-week hiatus in order to watch something called the Super Bowl. We'll be back shortly thereafter and looking forward to competing in the regular season against a fine set of competitors. Ladies and gentlemen, JW Schmo, thank you for watching.